Hello, students. My name is Mr. Mario J. Radford, and I am a leader in the community here in Lexington. And I'm also a singer or a musician and a few other things. When I was in school, my favorite subject was music. I didn't do very well in a lot of the other subjects, but music was my favorite. And still, I love to sing and I love music. So that is something a little bit about me. Today's book that we're going to read is called If the Shoe Fits. If the Shoe Fits. It is by Gary Soto, illustrated by Terry Widener. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and get your book out because I want you to read it along with me. You'll find that there are many great pictures in this book. So they will help us get through it. But I want you to look and different see the illustration is really good. So let's start this book. If the Shoe Fits. Rigo had three brothers and one sister, and when you counted his parents and Uncle Celso, who lived with them, his home was as crowded as a bus. He didn't really mind the noisy house. What Rigo minded most were his hand-me-down clothes. His oldest brother, Hector, passed his shirts and pants down to Manuel, who passed them to Carlos, who passed them to Rigo. Rigo passed them into the garbage can. Mom, I need new clothes, Rigo cried. One day when he put on a jacket that Carlos had outgrown. Two buttons were missing and the fabric was faded. Mijo, new clothes cost money, his mother said. When Rigo started to pout, Uncle Celso brought out his old wallet and handed Rigo a $5 bill. Let me help you, Uncle said. Rigo refused the money. He didn't want to tell his uncle that new clothes cost more than that. But Rigo's ninth birthday, his mom brought him a pair of brand new shoes. They were called loafers. They were the fanciest shoes Rigo had ever owned. They didn't even have laces to drag in the dirt. Put a penny in them, Rigo's sister Teresa said. That's the style. But instead of a worthless penny, Rigo pushed in nickels. There, he said. He slipped into his new shoes and clicked his heels together. That day, Rigo marched down the street, grinning proudly at his shoes. He liked how the nickels glinted in the sunlight. At the corner playground, some kids were throwing water balloons at each other. Rigo wanted to join them, but was afraid he might ruin his shoes. Suddenly, Angel sneaked up behind him and yelled, Hey, how come you got nickels in your shoes? You ain't rich. It's the style, Rigo answered. There ain't no style like that, Angel growled. Nobody wears those kind of stupid shoes. Then Angel demanded the nickels from Rico's shoes. Nah, Rico begged. I don't want to mess up my new loafers. It was hard to put the nickels in. Forget your loafers, Angel snapped, and he ripped the nickels from the slots. Rigo went home, threw his shoes into the closet, but at the end of the summer, he changed his mind. He had received an invitation to a birthday party. It was from Christy Hernandez. No girl had ever invited him to a party before. On the day of the party, Rigo brushed his teeth extra hard and combed his hair 4 different ways. He settled on slicking his hair back. He felt suave. Next, he put on his newest looking hand-me-downs, and finally, he got his fancy loafers from the closet. Come on, he grunted, trying to cram his feet into the shoes. When he stood, he knew the shoes were too tight. Pain stabbed the top of his feet as he took a step. He took off the tortured shoes and stretched them, yanking on the leather. He put on his thinnest socks, even though they had holes in the heels. Rigo left the house walking stiffly. After 3 painful blocks, he wished he were crawling instead of walking. But lucky for him, he discovered that his feet didn't hurt so much if he walked backwards. He walked like that all the way to the party. Nice shoes, Christy said, greeting at him at the door. Thanks, said Rigo, trying to smile. He didn't want to tell her they were killing his feet. He was sure that he had blood blisters and one of his little toes had fallen off. But if you don't mind, I'm going to take them off. Why? Christy asked. Rigo's mind whirled for an answer. He clicked his fingers and said, to play soccer. When he scored 2 goals, his feet felt better. Over dinner that night, Rigo told his family that Christy's party was great. Everyone was there. Jose Luis, Julie, Debbie, Joey, Carolina, Lupe, Rachel, Sophia, Martin, Jamie, Lily, Maya, and Maya's little sister. I forgot her name, plus some little cousins of Christy's who were still in diapers. That's a lot of kids to feed, Uncle Celso remarked. Yeah, but a party's more fun with lots of kids, Rigo said. Next year, mijo, we can have a party for you like that, his uncle said. And you know why? Rigo shook his head. Because I have a new job as a waiter, Uncle announced. I'll make a lot of money. Mucho dinero. After dinner, Uncle Cecil began to gather the dirty plates from the table. Rigo's father protested. Leave them for the kids. No, hombre, I have to practice being a waiter, Uncle said. I'll help with the dishes, said Rigo. He liked to be with Uncle and listen to his stories about Mexico. Rigo rolled up the sleeves of his sweatshirt. As the two worked side by side, Rigo noticed that he was slightly taller than Uncle. He noticed that Uncle's pants were too loose for him and that his shirt had flecks of paint on it. He looked at Uncle's shoes. The next morning, Rigo brought his loafers to the couch where Uncle slept. Que esto? Uncle asked, opening one eye. What's this? A present for you. Kind of used, but try them on. Uncle sat up, took the shoes. These are the most beautiful shoes I've ever had, he said. He patted Rigo's cheek. You don't mind if they're hand-me-down? Rigo asked. Hand-me-downs nothing, Uncle said. These are brand new. I can go to work in style. He tapped on the soles and then put them on. He squinted and eyed his nephew. Are you sure you want to give them to me? Yeah, I'm sure, Rigo said. To tell you the truth, Uncle, I like them, but they hurt my feet. I grew a little. Uncle reached for his front pocket. These coins are older than I am, Uncle said. He held up 2 centavos, brown as his old skin, and smiled. They're kind of like hand-me-downs, too. When Rigo took the Mexican coins, he knew what to do with them. Fit them into the slots of his new loafers if he ever got any. Next time around, he would wear them no matter what people like Angel said. The end. I want to encourage you to read as much as you can. And when you read, make sure you read to your friends and to your family so that you can really enjoy it better. Practice reading aloud as many times as you can. Thank you for reading with me.